So here's something that I thought would be pretty interesting. So Noam Chomsky is somebody who's extremely left-wing. He's an anarcho-syndicalist slash libertarian socialist. Now, what you guys are going to be seeing is he is going to be giving his opinion on essentially the Bernie or bust and the Hillary Clinton Donald Trump, who you should vote for, lesser of two evils. It's something that a lot of people grapple with. It's something a lot of people argue about. Now, of course, I personally am in the camp of strategic voting of, if you're in a swing state, vote for Hillary Clinton, but if not, sort of do whatever you want. Obviously, don't vote for Trump. But what you guys are going to be seeing is we're going to contrast what Noam Chomsky said and what Jimmy Dore said, because Jimmy Dore is a big fan of Noam Chomsky. And we're going to look at the different viewpoints here. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know down below. Otherwise, check out the differences here between both Noam Chomsky and Jimmy Dore.
What's your message to those voters today who refuse to vote for Trump or refuse to vote to stop Trump? What's your message to them now that he's won and he's in the White House?
Same as before. I think they're making a bad mistake. First of all, there are two issues. One is a kind of a moral issue. Do you vote against the greater evil if you don't happen to like the other candidate? The answer to that is yes, if you have any moral understanding. You want to keep the greater evil out. Second is a factual question. How do Trump and Clinton compare? And I think they're very different. I didn't like Clinton at all, but her positions are much better than Trump's on every issue I can think of.
And I interviewed Slavoj Žižek, the leftist philosopher, Slovenian critic who you've criticized in the past. On this show recently, he said, in a kind of Maoist revolutionary terms, he said, Trump would shake up the system and could end up being a positive force in terms of undermining the status quo. Does he have a point?
A terrible point. That was the same point that people like him said about Hitler in the early 30s.
Because it backfires in the end.
He'll shake up the system in bad ways. What it means is now the left, instead of, if Clinton had won, she had some progressive programs. The left could have been organized to keeping her feet to the fire and pushing them through. What it'll be doing now is trying to protect rights and gains that have been achieved from being destroyed. That's completely regressive.
It's literally we've been doing this. How tactical is doing the same thing we've done for the last 40 years
in perpetuity,
and promising to do it forever. So that whole thing of I'm going to promise my vote to Hillary and then fight her on day one. Well, she already has your vote. So
she has your vote. She's in office.
All I can say is that when people continue to vote, that same strategy of lesser of two evil, that's literally the Democrats' plan.
Yeah.
It's that we'll give them where else they got to go. I mean, if you know what the Pied Piper strategy is, the WikiLeaks revealed that they know that they're repulsive and that no one likes them or their policies. So what they have to do is prop up a criminal clown in the other party so they still have someone who's actually more repulsive than them. That's their whole strategy. That's not, we're going to move the ball farther ahead a little bit. That's taking steps backwards every 4 years. You're taking giant leaps backwards. And Barack Obama took us, so we have to figure out a way to oppose neoliberalism that has captured both parties, corporatism that has captured both parties, and continuing to pledge your vote for them isn't an effective strategy to counter that, because you see what's going on up and down the ballot right now. They're cheating progressives every step of the way.